So if you get an eBay account restriction or an MC011 restriction, does that mean that your selling days on eBay are over? That's the question I have for Ilya Rozman. He is an expert when it comes to helping people prevent restrictions, prevent MC011s, and getting their accounts back after restriction does happen. So I'm very excited to bring him on the channel, pick his brain so that we can all keep our accounts in good health and get our accounts back in the rare chance that our accounts are suspended. So Ilya, thanks so much for coming on the channel. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm great, thank you. Why don't you just quickly introduce who you are and how it is that you help other dropshippers?
Of course, I'm Ilya Rozman. I'm owner of eBay Expert page. Today we own 3,000 people supporting daily 24/7 eBay and PayPal accounts, problems, support, and helping the community to get better results. That's all.
Cool. So you obviously work with a lot of drop shippers, eBay sellers. What are the most common problems that you see that you help them with?
Okay, so most of the common things I think it's going around first suspensions, and we're talking about also an MC011 for drop shippers. This is the most common thing. The regular things about feedbacks and defects. This is something that it's daily. Of course, it's common, but mainly we handle with big problems like first suspension, MC011. Today, I mainly focus on MC011 because the appeal is going very good with a high success rate. So this is what we are trying to do for our customers.
So we're definitely going to get into talking about MC011 because I have a lot of questions about that. But let's kind of take things in order. Can you talk about what the first suspension is, why that happens to people?
Yes, of course. First of all, first suspension, eBay built on algorithms, it's built on policies, it's built on a lot of things that me as a seller that will enter to eBay, to this platform, need to accept to all and to work by these guidelines. The system is built, the first suspension system built by Black and White, so it means that it's a robot, and this is something that detect the account that have high risk for the beginning. Means that maybe the account is not registered on eBay and PayPal on the same name, or even eBay account that didn't connect properly to a PayPal. A lot of stuff that can trigger this kind of suspension. Most of them will come also for restricted countries that eBay put on accounts that they think they have high risk. Yeah, this is sort of the things.
So what happens? People sign up for an account and then they are setting up their business on eBay or their settings, or they start listing an item and they get an email about it, right?
They get an email regarding the suspension that all the listing was removed, and if you want to appeal, you need to connect to eBay. Here is a lot of people that enter into eBay business and don't really understand what is the policy all about, and articles and all the stuff regarding eBay accounts. So actually, they don't really know what to answer to eBay when they ask about the first suspension. The first suspension, it's a process that the representative that answered to the call is actually checking with the person if whole is method of work or is method of income, it's fit to eBay. And this is what they're checking. And also, the customer and the seller only have one time to appeal. So I prefer, and from the beginning, 4 years ago, I was also a drop shipper. And when I had this kind of problems, I was never doing this by myself because I didn't know by 100% if I'm doing the right thing or not.
Mm-hmm.
And this is my income business, and this is my family business, and this is something that I need to get the things very sorted by 100% to know that I'm working properly. So if I had any problems, I always connect someone who have more he knows more about eBay. And actually it was always working for me. Maybe it's my luck, but also the first suspension have accounts have like very low percentage that the account will be definitely suspended, and this is something that we cannot do nothing because eBay is owning the platform and they are decide eventually.
Right. So I have a lot of students, and I see it happen from time to time, and it almost seems like silly and random sometimes. Like I have students who are international, and it happens more often to them. But also, some of the United States, they seemingly do everything right, but if they slip up even one little thing strange, where they enter in their billing address incorrectly or use a VPN when they're setting up their business, any little thing like that can trigger this from happening. But you're saying that when it does happen, you have a pretty high success rate in getting those accounts back up and running?
Yeah, we are doing this 4 years today, so we know what eBay expects us to answer. We know how the protocol works. So eventually, we have very good high success rate in this service. Yeah, this is all for this topic, I think.
Cool. So can we move on now to MC011? Maybe you can explain what that is for people who are unfamiliar.
Of course, MC011, it's also algorithm that built on also a robot. First of all, we get, in the most of the cases, first of all, we get a message about MC011, your account has been restricted. Please provide us all the tracking numbers to the orders and close all the remaining cases that you have. And the reason is that eBay wants us, if we appeal, they want clean account. And they want the account will be in high standards. So after we doing this all, eBay will send us another message, another robotic message that they requesting identity proof, bank statement, credit card statement, and invoices. I will explain also why it's happening, the MC011.
Okay.
Mainly it's happening because, first of all, it have a couple of reasons. The first reason, it's fast progress. eBay don't like fast progress inside their system. It means that, for example, if I doing sales on $1,000 in 1 month, and after 2 months I doing $15,000 in my sales, so probably you will get an MC011 because eBay, it's a place that built on trust and safety, and also they built on don't risk the community.
So you talked about not scaling too quickly. So to avoid that, what would you say would be like a more natural growth for a business on eBay?
Let's say in the first month of the business, of course, with a new account, you will not be able to do high sales.
Right.
And if you are doing this properly, you will have like 10, 20, 30 sales in this first month maximum. And if you will go by double your work every month, it will fit to eBay. This is a nice grow, and this is a grow that can have in every business that we double our income.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say if it will be a triple, like a volume that can be high volume, I think it's better to try to reduce the sales somehow by putting maybe the prices higher. And this is the way of work, because when you are doing good work for eBay and they detected a nice work every month and the growth are stable, they also give you a more space in eBay. Eventually, they give you more tools to the buyers will find your items, and the visibility of yours, it will be much more better.
Right. So we've also seen that people who don't upload tracking numbers or upload them late are also getting hit with that. Are you seeing that as well?
Yeah, of course. As I know, in United States, you must to put tracking numbers.
Yeah.
For UK, I know that it's not 100% that you must, because I see also sellers that don't put tracking numbers.
So, okay. So let's say someone now got an MC011. Obviously, for most people, they would be able to provide their driver's license, a utility bill. But what about the invoices? Like, how do you solve that as a drop shipper? Even if you're doing wholesale, you're not going to have that because you haven't bought the items yet, most of them.
When we try to work with private supplier and we sent an invoice, one invoice that included in the one on until 3 months, the items that was listed, that means your sold and unsold items inside, they was accepting this. And today I'm owner of eBay expert page, because we have so much good reviews and so much good testimonies about our work. And we actually, I think, handled until today more than 250 accounts with crazy success rate. I think 235. I think 92% of success rate. So we're doing this by one invoice, and it's working perfectly because eBay already recognized this supplier and this company when it's already passed a couple times and several times. So eBay system and eBay representative already familiar with this kind of supplier. Also, very important thing that eBay can call to the company that listed on the invoice, and they can do it like in 2 seconds, or to check if it's a real LLC company registered or not. So they doing this in the most of the cases, and this is why also when we are handled with private supplier for our invoices, we have someone from the company who will answer to eBay calls and will approve all the connection between the seller and between the supplier, and also will show taxes approval and stuff like that if needed, because eBay sometimes also asks this.
So the biggest thing I'm taking away from this that I love is that your 92, 93% success rate, which is great because I see people post in different Facebook groups, I got an MC011, it's over, and they're quitting. And It's great to hear that there is a future after MC011.
Yeah, there is. And you also may know that I have a lot of customers that passed this appeal months ago, and until today didn't get this kind of message. So it looks like that eBay, when the appeal is successfully made, most of the cases will not return after months, and you're free to go. This is something I think also helped to eBay to reduce people and reduce accounts that will not last a lot of time, because eBay, it's as I explained, eBay, it's a place that you can do nice things very fast and to build a business very fast and to grow and to do nice things. But also you need to follow by guidelines, you need to follow by policies, articles, news, and always to be updated. And this is why I think also your channel, it comes to show great things and knowledge for free. This is something that costs more than ever. So yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. If you're done talking about MC011, do you want to move on to talking about Vero?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Why don't you explain for people who aren't familiar what Vero is and how that becomes an issue for dropshippers?
Okay, so as I explained, eBay built on policies. eBay have a couple of very stricted policies. A couple of them I will be explaining about also, maybe more than Vero. Let's go for a trademark also. First of all, Vero is a program that built for companies that don't want to their item to be sold on any other platforms. eBay built a system for these companies that only can click on a button. This seller is selling our items, and the other side will get, first of all, a warning, then you get 3-day restriction, 7-day restriction, 10-day, 30 days, and then your account is done. Vero, this is something that we as a sellers can avoid, because when we are doing drop shipping or selling an items, we always can enter to the items that we are trying to list and to check if there have any rights owners or stuff like that, any pictures or any something that can trigger this listing. This is something I think that it's a good tool for eBay, and also it's a good tool for the eBay sellers. Maybe they don't see this, but if they will continue to sell this item, and the Vero program was not exist. So what happened though? After that, it was a lawsuit from this company.
Mm-hmm.
It was a high lawsuit to PayPal. Your funds will be on hold, and that's all mainly. I see prices that was requested by companies from $5,000 to $25,000 for only listing these items, not even sell these items. So this is something that if I'm selling today, every item that I enter to my listings, I check this company, I check if they registered as a trademark, as a rights owner company. I check the pictures. Also, they can have rights owners inside. I check the description. Also, this is something that can include rights owner inside and trademarks. So mainly, this is something that we as a sellers can avoid, because also eBay, inside eBay site, they have a Vero program list of all the companies, the main ones and the big ones. That means that they have the mother companies inside. There be also companies that they have sons inside that will need to check this on Google. It will not help you to check by 100% in eBay site. But yeah, I see a lot of sellers that doing this work without getting this message one time.
Yeah, and especially if you use pretty much any of the listing softwares out there, most of them have a Vero check built in, where we try to list the item, it'll actually pop up and say, this is a Vero item. You might not want to list it.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, to kind of give a little bit of background on this, there's this doctrine in the United States called the first sale doctrine, which says that if I buy something like, let's say it's an iPhone, I am allowed to resell it without asking Apple to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The problem is that when we use the stock images and stock description, those are copyrighted. So that's more of the issue that we're running into from what I understand.
Okay, so I will explain you a great example about this. I had a customer who sell exactly what you told. New iPhone. The problem was that he didn't specify it as a used one, and this is what he needed to do because when eBay will detect a new iPhone, they will request documentation about this. They will request an approval from Apple that you have the right to sell the items as a new one and with quantity. If you're selling one item, used one, you have 100% the right to do this. You're correct. But when you are entered to a platform, for example, to eBay, you accepting their terms and rights.
Right.
And this is why they can do eventually what they want.
Is it possible to get an account back that's suspended for that?
No, and I think eBay doing a nice thing regarding this, that they don't accept to return the accounts back, because eventually person who doing what he wants inside their business, he hurting me and you
Right.
and the whole community.
Yeah, and they give you lots of warnings, so you have lots of chances to fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about next? Do you want to talk about becoming below standard and defects? Or
Below
do you think
standards,
just
let's pass this topic, right? Fast one. Okay,
okay?
so below standards, it's like a feedback, but this is something much more critical to your account. Feedbacks. This is something that eventually your buyers see. Defects below standard. This is a seller level issue. It means that when you as a seller cancel your order as out of stock, this is something that eBay don't like. They're giving you a defect about this because they saying that you always can resolve this kind of issue with your buyer. That means that you don't need to go and run to click on a cancel order. You just need to connect your buyer and to explain him the situation. Hi, how are you? I having a problem with this item. I just check it, and from factory it was not by 100%, and I don't want to send you a wrong item and defect item. I kindly ask you to cancel the order by yourself, and when he canceled the order, I just approve it and nothing happened. This is first thing that happened when you cancel orders by out of stock. Second action from eBay side, that if you have a return case and that eBay or you didn't approve, and it have something that relative to your not response to this case or something like that, after that, when eBay will enter to your shoes and will decide on your name, it will be a defect for you. So these defects, what they are doing, when we start with the account, it have 100% seller level. So that means that you're not on top rated. It means you are on
Above standard.
Yeah, above standard. So the above standard show you that you are a regular seller, and you have like 4 or 5 defects. If you will get them, so you will get your account to below standard. After your account will be on below standard, it's very, very, very hard to exit from this situation, because eBay was reducing your store and your items visibility and your sales. And eventually this is something that if you not handle with this and you don't go to professionals to try to remove them, eventually it will kill your account. I saw people that don't really care about defects, and after 5-6 months the account was dead. And this is something that also for the professional who will want to help, defects can removed until 60 days. So it means that if the 60 days passed, no one can help in this situation.
Yeah. And I've seen that too. It just kind of spirals out of control faster than you think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So before we close out, is there anything else we didn't cover that you think people might want to hear about and know about in order to keep their account in good health?
Yeah, I think I will give a couple of tips that I think from my side, how more will you will get from eBay. First of all, eBay is a place that we never put our balls in one sack. So it means that if you have a family and you can enter and to do another account and to work by VPS or proxy to not get them linked to each other, it's a good idea because when eBay will suspend your account and you have nothing linked to it, so the other account will be working. And if the account will be linked, that means that other also will be suspended. So first of all, I think if you are doing great inside eBay, it's not means that you don't need to think about your future and to try to protect your income. And this is what we are doing with the meaning of stealth accounts also. If people don't have family members or stuff like that, the meaning of stealth accounts also have great companies that working inside this industry about stealth accounts. I'm working with a trusted person that doing this for a long time, and this is something that I think every package have 30 days warranty, and this is something that if you are buying, you must check if you have all these things in the account. eBay today, I think, is the most cool thing and the cool place to do online business. Yeah, because let's say, for example, Shopify, you need to work much more time to get this business done. Much more time. It will be your yeah, I think more than regular daily job. But with eBay, you can do it with I think 5-6 hours and daily working great with this business.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of information. Thank you so much. If people want to find out more about what you do, I will have your Facebook page, right, linked up underneath this video, and they can go there. They can send you a message right on there.
Sure, sure. Anytime. We're open 24/7. If I not reply after a couple hours, I will get this reply. We have a team today that working on the page. Of course, I will also can give my personal page. I don't have a problem. Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for doing this video. It's also important for a lot of people that getting to eBay, want to get to eBay and the progress ones. And thank you for your time.
Of course. And thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. And in the comment section down below, let us know if you've ever had a Vero restriction or if your account's been suspended. And then check out the description if you want to get in contact with eBay experts. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do that by clicking right here. And then I have 2 videos for you to check out. Click on one of those, and I'll see you over in that video in just a few seconds.